morning, I'm Mark from Homestead, and today what I want to go over is how we kind of have our egg layers set up in their coop and run area, and just kind of go over some things of like how you can keep chickens, especially today with the egg prices the way they are. So stay tuned. So obviously before you even get chickens, you want to do your research, make sure you get the right ones and that are going to do what you want them to do. And then also you want to make sure that you have a decent coop, you have a good run. And so you have your coop is where they actually sleep at night and lay their eggs, and then you have the run. And the run, what it is just basically a fence. I have a 5-foot chicken wire fence. This is just that welded wire, simple stuff, 2 by 4 inch or whatever. And I have that kind of going around their perimeter, and then it's 5 foot so they can't fly over it. And then I got to kind of shore up everything. I just have some logs here preventing them from getting out underneath. And then I have a gate, and the gate you just kind of I just put on a T-post. This is not a permanent setup. I'm going to end up moving them a little back further whenever I end up clearing more land back there. So right now all I have is a rooster and 4 hens, and these are Americana Easter eggers, so they lay colorful like blue eggs. And I used to have 10 layers and 1 rooster, but we got kind of cleaned, excuse me, we got cleaned out by a fox recently. So I only have 4 layers right now, so I intend to get more in the spring, and I'll go over raising chicks and everything like that and how that goes. So I got their water set up. I got to clean their water out. I got some changes that I need to do for that, but it's on a warmer, so that plugs in. I got to run into the house, but it plugs in and it heats up the base of whatever water you're using so that the water doesn't freeze in the winter. And then I made this out of some 2x4s, just a simple little A-frame with a metal roof on top, and that holds their feeder. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to service their water and their food, and then just go check for eggs this morning, and we'll just talk a little bit more about chickens. So every day what I try to do, or at least every other day, I try to splash their water out, and once a month I add some apple cider vinegar to their water. And what that does is it really kind of helps clean them out, and it's like a natural dewormer for them. So instead of using any kind of crazy chemicals, just basically add a little bit of what I like to call redneck penicillin to their water, and that'll help kind of clean them out, keep them nice and healthy. All right, so we add our scoop, a couple scoops of this layer feed, add it in there, and there they go. Excuse me. Now when it comes to their feed, I really like these galvanized aluminum trash cans, and you just fill it full of feed, put your scoop in there, and it allows it to stay dry, and then you just kind of have it right next to where you keep your chickens, and it makes it a lot easier to kind of service them. So as you can see on the ground, I put a bunch of wood chips down. This kind of helps keep it a little bit less muddy in here, gives the chicken something to walk on, and then also after a while this will end up getting pooped on. The manure from the chickens will be on it. It'll start breaking down, and what you can do is just kind of come in here, scoop it out, and add it to a compost bin, and then use it for your garden in the spring. That's one of the things we really like about wood chips. All right, now typically I build my own chicken coops, and I enjoy doing that, but this came with the house, and this is an Amish built chicken coop, it looks like, and it's pretty solid. I was able to move it from its original location just by putting the pallet forks from the tractor underneath, and I moved it over here. And sorry guys. And one of the big really awesome things that is on this coop is this chicken guard automatic door lift. And what this does is takes a couple of batteries. I think it takes 4 AA batteries, and so you got to change them out twice a year, but it's so worth it because you can set this to open up at 8 a.m. and close at 6 p.m. or you're just gonna have to change it throughout the year whenever the sun goes down sooner and comes up earlier and whatnot. So you just want to make sure that they're out in the daylight and back inside. They'll go inside on their own at night, and you want to keep them locked up at night. And this has definitely saved a lot of our chickens. When we got wiped out by that fox, I was free ranging them every single day in the middle of summer, and I like free ranging my chicks. I like to have them out and about and all that, and it's awesome. But for right now, I'm just kind of like keeping a better eye on them and keeping them in their run for now, just because the predators are pretty potent this time of year. So what I've done with the wood chips is I always just pile wood chips in here, and you know, when they sleep on these roost bars here, they poop on it, and that allows it to kind of get that manure in there. Then you end up scooping all this stuff out and then adding it to your compost for your garden. But it looks like we've got one egg here, which they should be laying in there. I don't know why they're being little turds, but we're gonna check that far one. It looks like I don't have any here, but that far one I might have some. So your chickens will live in here and they'll sleep in here, and then they'll nest in those boxes, or sometimes they'll go in the corners of the chicken coop as well. You just got to keep it checked. All right, so what we're gonna do now is just check this next nesting box, and it looks like we got one egg. So that's 2 eggs total today for 4 chickens. It's not too hateful. They slow down this time of year. It's February right now. So right now, this is how we keep our laying hens. We only have 4 hens and 1 rooster. It sucks, but we want to get more. We had a whole bunch in the past, and we had so many eggs. Now I have to buy them every week at the grocery store. So we're kind of in a bad way when it comes to eggs, but in the spring we're gonna get a whole bunch more birds and we'll be back to normal. Predators really can be a pain. You know, we have the 3 dogs. We have a German Shepherd mix and then 2 healers, and they do a very good job of keeping the predators away, but it's just a matter of letting them out multiple times a night, and they do a pretty good job. But we just got very complacent in letting our chickens out all day. I think we maybe even lost a few over time to hawks. I mean, you just got to do a head count every day, every night or whatever, if you really want to keep track of your chickens. Now, they're livestock, they're inexpensive, but you know, if you do get lackadaisical like we did, it'll catch up to you real quick when it comes to losing your chickens and not having any eggs in the morning. But it's a super simple animal to keep. Definitely the gateway drug to homesteading and all the other animals, but you really can't beat the pet that poops breakfast. I mean, the eggs taste so much better than they do in the store, especially when they're out free ranging, eating bugs and you know, plants and all the kind of stuff that they get to munch on. They keep the ticks down, and we don't have any ticks around the house, you know, because they keep them down. And they're just really good foragers. They keep a lot of the bugs down. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Make sure you subscribe, and thanks for joining us.